What's up, everybody? Here are my top stock picks for the week. You're going to want to stay till the end of this video because we have some really good opportunities and setups being presented going into next week. We're going to start off on the daily chart time frame for SPY. Who knows where this goes? It may be a situation where it's a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event, with the inauguration being on Monday. So as of right now, from a technical standpoint, all the news aside, SPY is breaking the downtrend trend line. It seems like it's starting to put in a higher high. I would be watching for a break of $600. That's going to be a break of your whole number, which is going to be a natural point of resistance. If this breaks 600, there's a chance that SPY runs all the way back up to or towards those all-time highs. Now, as for a short level, there is a gap on the daily chart time frame for SPY. It's going to be placed at $589. So this is the way I would run it. Look for higher highs on SPY, the break of 600. If it's above 600 come Tuesday, we can be overall bullish on SPY. If it's below 600 on Tuesday, then I think we can be overall bearish here. But I do like the opportunity to take this short under 589 for the gap fill down to about $585. Number two on the watch list is going to be INTC. You see the volume coming in here. This has recently had a positive reaction to a news catalyst. Now, I saw the gap up on Friday. I didn't put it on the watch list because there was nothing, really here that looked exciting. I mean, you have kind of this symmetrical triangle shaped up. I guess if you're including the pre-market price action, looks more like a bull pennant. What's interesting to me here is that INTC ran after hours, and you see that move up to about 22.1. So what we're going to look for going into Tuesday is the continuation move topside, long idea above whatever those pre-market highs winds up being at. This time it's going to be around 22.1. But I like the setup here. It's been beaten up and broken down on the daily. Seems like it found some support, possible double bottom here. So this will be bottom one, neckline, bottom two. Then you get the gap up on the positive reaction to the news catalyst and lots of room for this to recover. Plus, it has reclaimed that 50 EMA here, which is going to be a dynamic point of resistance. So we like INTC moving forward. Long idea at this time, probably above 22.5, but that may change come Tuesday morning, depending on where this is going to be opening up at. Number three on the watch list, and this is probably my favorite setup of the week, and I'm not even exaggerating that at all. This is a proper ascending triangle formed on Google, close to the all-time highs, just under a whole number. For me, personally, this is what I would deem as an A++++ setup, especially if we can get the breakout. As of right now, it's going to be a long idea above 198. Ideally, I would love to see this above 200. So I'd like to see this actually gap up a little bit to just under 200, and we can run it long above 200 for the run towards and through those all-time highs around 201.4. Now, why is this such a favorite setup of mine? Because I've seen it numerous times and I've seen it run numerous times. Look at just recently on Apple. What did we have right here? Big ascending triangle formed on the daily and then the breakout into the all-time highs. A run from $235 to $260. Most recently, what do we have on Tesla? A breakout of the ascending triangle here, and then your run into the new all-time highs. What do we have not too long ago on NVIDIA? Now, I have to kind of back this chart up a little bit, but look at this. Breakout of the ascending triangle back when it was trading around $500 prior to the split, and then your big run into the all-time highs. I'm not saying that Google can make a massive run like that, but I'm telling you that this is the setup, the formula that I would deem as an A+++ setup, especially if we get that breakout on the daily. So it needs to get above 198. As of right now, long idea above 198, but ideally we like this above 200. If it gaps up above 200, then 201.5 is going to be your next point of resistance. Beyond that, who knows? Sky's the limit. Up next is PayPal. We like the setup on PayPal because it's trading near the recent resistance. So a lot of consolidating on PayPal here, pulled back quite a bit, was making these lower highs, lower lows. It has stopped doing that, has started to make now a higher high. We're going to look for the continuation move topside from here. Long idea above $93. See if it can't break this resistance at 93.6 and give us the run towards 100 eventually. AMD, next one on the watch list. I do like this setup, but it's not something that I would say is like a top priority for me. It'd probably be more something like a side chart. AMD's been beaten up on the daily, right? We know that. The stock has been selling off, and I don't know that it necessarily needs to be trading at this. I think 120 for AMD is a pretty cheap price, considering that your highs over here is at 227. You know, it's over $100 off from those all-time highs. So there's a lot of potential correction on AMD, a lot of potential top side for AMD if it can continue to correct. Long idea above $123. I'm looking for the move up to about 125, and then I'll reassess that at that 125 mark because there's a gap area up to about 127. So I'm just looking for this to further correct top side off of the daily time frame. I'm not really looking to take this short, though I will admit this kind of does look like a bear flag formation. If it sells off and breaks down, I'll reassess. But as of right now, it's just been making higher lows, higher highs. I want to stick with the trend and look for higher highs. Long idea above $123. Up next on the watch list is Amazon. Another setup that I really, really like. I think that it has potential, but if we give this a little bit more time, it may look even better. This is a big bull flag here on the daily chart time frame. So if I draw it out and zoom out, you can see that big bull flag here on the daily. Ideally, what we're looking for is for this stock to stop making these lower lows, lower highs, and to start making higher highs, which would mean that it needs to get above $228. So Amazon, long idea above 228 for the run towards 233, which is going to be your all-time highs, and that would essentially give you a break of this downtrend trend line, a break of the lower high pattern that it's been making, and it would start making higher highs, and then, you know, we can run it up from there. Boeing, next one on the watch list, very similar setup to Amazon, where it has been making lower highs, lower lows on the daily. Kind of looks like a bull flag formation. Found support on the daily at the 50 EMA, has started to reverse back up, tried to reclaim the 200 EMA, trading right at that price point right now. So we're going to look for a breakout of this formation on the daily. Long idea above 172. This is a pretty quality setup. The thing is, Boeing absolutely needs to hold up above $166 for this setup to be valid. I got 4 more for you, so make sure to hang in there. Up next is Apple. So we've been looking for these kind of breakouts and bullish continuations. Apple is something that we're going to look for a further breakdown on. You got a bear flag formed on the daily that rejected the 50 EMA, the lower low, found support right here at $228. We'll be looking for a break of that support and then move back down towards the 200 EMA. Short idea on Apple below 228. Up next is NVIDIA. Not something that I would say is super high priority here, but it is something that we probably want to watch, especially since we're considering watching AMD anyway. Semiconductor sector, they kind of tend to move similarly. You've got a bear flag forming on NVIDIA. I'm actually going to be looking to take this short under 134 if this bear flag can break down. Up next is Tesla. Now, in terms of technical analysis, I don't have a lot for you. I think that we can be bullish on Tesla if it can hold above 400 and bearish on Tesla if it cannot. I feel like Tesla's probably going to gap up or gap down following the inauguration because we know that Elon Musk has been buddies with President Trump. So there could be some roundabout price action repositioning that happens in Tesla because of the inauguration. It sounds silly, but that's kind of how things work. So let's just keep an eye on Tesla. We're going to check on the opening price of Tesla come Tuesday, but put simply, bullish above 400, bearish below, and we'll just rock with that. Up next is Meta. Now, this is another one that I am somewhat unsure about because of the recent TikTok ban. So we don't really know what's going to happen. I think initially Meta is going to gap up because TikTok did get banned in the United States. So you cannot use the app any longer, which means that if you're not using TikTok, what are you using? Probably Instagram, probably Facebook, which means that Meta is going to benefit from those users going from TikTok over to their platform. But there's also a rumor that President Trump is going to step in and give TikTok a 90-day extension to be reinstated or purchased by a U.S. company. And obviously, if that happens, then that's going to be bad for Meta, because then that means that their competition is still lingering and they may lose some of their customer base. All of that to be said, I really don't know what's going to happen with Meta. I feel like it's going to gap up or gap down significantly one way or the other. Where it goes from here, as of right now, I don't know. So let's just put Meta in the same category with Tesla and say that we want to check on the opening price of Meta on Tuesday morning, see where it's trading at, and kind of go from there. If I had to give you some sort of technical analysis on this, I would say bullish above $630 for the run towards all-time highs. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't even touch it. All right, that's it. That's all that I have for you on this video. So top stock picks for the week: SPY, INTC, Google, PayPal, AMD, Amazon, Boeing, Apple, NVIDIA, Tesla, and Meta. Hope the videos helped you out. Thank you so much for your time. Consider liking and subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Enjoy your day off, and I will see you on Tuesday. Cheers.